Assalamualaikum, my name is Aina Shakila Muhammad Asri. Case summary. On the case of the working through technology and people problems at a children's toys company. The company has opened its new store in Princeton, New Jersey, and the children play company of Mind Police Minister have received a lot of customer reviews. The company was designed with the use of an innovative system whereby local customer order product from the catalog or from the website company and then go to driver's window to pick up purchase without leaving their car. The system involves an interactive television monitor where customer can see representative customer service at the same time representative can see customer. Over the past several months, the company has received numerous complaints from customer, especially not getting the product they order through the system. Customer also complain that they are uncomfortable with the use of new system due to lack of personal touch.
A very good morning to my lecturer, Miss Yuslina, and my name is Maheshwari Ravindran. I'm from DAM, and I'm going to present about the slide which is problem, and the problem and the issues that I identified from the scenario was at the child play store. The customers will feel uncomfortable because they had to use the computer keyboard, and some of the customers were not used with the keyboard, and they dislike the impersonal touch and the series of the questions they have asked to the people. And moreover, at the customer service department, one of the computer was a long process because customer will have to give a lot of details from them to key in. In one of the customer at child play store, Miss Sakuro, who ordered a doll for 2 weeks ago from the store, but it didn't arrive because one of the representative took the original order, apparently wrote down the details incorrectly, and wrote down the details of credit card incorrectly, and also because of that the order was not processed and never get to her.
Of the critical thinking question number 1 is from the behavioral style information in this chapter and another topics covered in this book, what do you think causes the complaint? I think the source of the complaint is the innovative system used poorly and accurately. Over the past few months, customer complaints have increased. Customer complain that they not get the product they order through the system. There are also customers who have difficulty using a computer keyboard to place an order in the store. Next, there are those who don't like non-personal touch. Finally, while in the store, there is also a system or computer malfunction.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Luna Shatul Azim binti Omar. I will be discussing about the solution of critical thinking question number 2. So the question is, what system changes would you suggest for child's play and why? The system changes that we would like to suggest is to create an online mobile app for the customers. In order to purchase items through the mobile app, customers first have to create an account by either email or phone number. This process helps customer service representative (CSR) to track down customers' order. Customers can choose varieties of products through an app. After choosing the items, customers will then directed to another page where the shipping address and payment method will be asked. Customers can choose between cash on delivery (COD), payment through online banking, or payment by credit or debit bank. Moreover, The app should contain a category for return or exchange. It to allow customers to make changes in order without going to the store. Furthermore, with this app, customers can have a live chat with CSR or they can leave an email to them. Overall, this suggestion helps the company to reduce complaints. It will be very convenient for customers to make purchases through their own device. Thank you. That's all for me.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Norsis Arahar binti Hashim, and I would like to start my presentation with critical thinking question number 3. The question is, what can you do at this point to solve the problem? From my perspective, there are many ways to solve the problem that happened from Mrs. Sakura. But at the first, I think the first step before solve the problem is try to be empathy and apologize to the customer. Once you are sure that you understand the client concerns, show her you understand what he upsets, and make sure that your body language also communicate this understanding and empathy. Start with that can help the customer become from being mad and angry at the problem having faced. The second step is avoid the negative language. When it comes to handle an angry customer, support team must be skillful and the language they use. Negative language will only add fuel of the fire, whereas a positive language helps to calm the heat of the situation. Avoid using a language that implies the customer is wrong. The customer don't want to hear this thing right now, even if there is some truth behind the statement. Instead, using the language will help instill the confidence with the customer. Now we can present the solution to Mrs. Sakura solve the problem that happened in child play. One solution that helped to solve the problem faced from Mrs. Sakura is buying the customer a discount that can help the Mrs. Sakura feel better what's happened to their dogs absent 2 weeks ago. Even there has no payment has been made. This way can help ease the burns of paying the next door before deciding what can do the previous purchases. In hope that give the customer discount can help relieve their anger. That is my presentation for this question.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nunashatul Azri binti Omar. I will be presenting about the solution of the critical thinking question number 4. So the question is, what primary behavioral style is Mrs. Sakura exhibiting, and what specific strategies should you use to address her behavior? So in this case, we can see that Mrs. Sakura primary behavioral style is more than to the sensitive primary behavioral style. It is because Mrs. Sakura used verbal forceful tone, direct and challenging with fast rate of speech when she got angry. Next, Mrs. Sakura also used non-verbal cues gestures that tend to be autocratic, such as pointing fingers. For example, Mrs. Sakura portrayed her frustrated and pointed her fingers at me while she got angry. After that, Mrs. Sakura also can be seen as being decisive when she talked more than listened. And she also been very proactive in getting information and solving the problem. As I said earlier, Mrs. Sakura is more than to the excessive of primary behavioral style, so there are specific strategies that I should use to address her behavior. One of the strategy is I have to use low pitch or unemotional speech to prevent fights or conflict to be happen between customer and workers. Next, when she's got angry, I should remain calm and try not to be offended, as Mrs. Sakura is angry with the service provided and not the workers. Also listen actively by trying to discover the problems without attempting to place blame on another workers, and when I give resolutions to her, I try to be more brief in explaining to her. Lastly, the strategies to address her behavior is to always be time conscious by making my point and interactions appropriately. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Start.
A very good morning to our lecturer, Mrs. Yuslina, and to my fellow friends. Today, my presentation slide is going to be recommendation and conclusion. In this case, the reason of the problem is I think that the very first thing that is causing the complaints being made is the customer service. Representatives are in another location and have to be remotely connected to the customers via satellite. And the next thing is there's no face-to-face customer interactions. Also, another issue is incorrect orders or no real communication between staff members as to what's going on with the customer's order. To solve this problem, we have to remove overall computer system should be removed and be replaced with customer service reps that can interact with the customers. Also with the phone issue that needs to be resolved quickly, and when doing business around the world you should able to connect to your customer if any issues occur, no matter what state the business is located, and I would suggest that they are able to do what they ordered. For the conclusion for this issue is by implementing the recommendation above is however our computer technology is high tech, we still should do face-to-face shop, because nowadays many frauds things happens in online shopping too, to giving damaged and duplicated products to customers who ordered an product. By relating this case,